Hi, and it's Chaunty Spillane here. Welcome to the Chaunty Show. And we are doing a show today on enlightenment and really finding yourself and Meisner type acting. Sorry, my phone just went off. I got a text or something. Digging deep like this, you should have a professional mental health worker working with you, especially if you've had like a difficult past or just in general, because it's always good to have someone looking over what you do and how you're feeling while you're digging deeper into yourself. And
Shaken, not stirred.
Spillane here. Welcome to the Chaunty Show. And we are doing a show today on enlightenment and really finding yourself and Meisner type acting. Sorry, my phone just went off. I got a text or something. Digging deep like this, you should have a professional mental health worker working with you, especially if you've had like a difficult past or just in general, because it's always good to have someone looking over what you do and how you're feeling while you're digging deeper into yourself. And I'm working on digging deeper into myself once again in my life. Peaks and valleys for everything, and life is one big giant balancing act. And I just want to read an excerpt from one of my books that I'm reading. It's Ayurveda, not the brand of products, but Ayurveda, yoga, and Shambhala meditation. What Shambhala meditation basically is a meditation where you work on yourself, or you focus on, an excerpt from something inspiring and something new, or like deep and philosophical, and you go from there, and you realize that everyone is suffering in the world, and in their own ways. Some people not so much, some people a lot, and a lot of us can hide it, and a lot of us can't hide it, and everything, that's fine, everything is acceptable. It's more about accepting people for who they are and not judging people. It's always good to not do that, obviously, and I try my best not to do it, so that's why I bring it up a lot when I talk on camera. It feels like freeing, and just giving yourself like this pattern, this routine of living life and expanding your mind every single day, whether it be just at home or at a temple or anywhere like that, at someone's reading, inspirational speeches that you can go to, Reiki, yoga, meditation, obviously, There's all different kinds of meditation, and every sort of kind is fine, as long as it's, it has good intentions. And I'm just trying to live the world with love and peace and serenity, and accept everything for what it is, and just live with no regrets. Free myself and give myself permission to forgive myself for things that I've done, or for, feeling guilty about certain things in life, certain situations that I've been through. There's this great excerpt that suffering is a word that's likely familiar to you. You've no doubt used it many times before, perhaps when describing how you felt when you were sick with the flu for 5 days, or when you think of the millions of people around the world who live in extreme poverty, but also accounts of why we experience chronic fatigue, stress, fear, or general unhappiness. We experience all these things because we suffer in body and mind. And your mind, if you're suffering in your mind, you have any regrets or just many things, many thoughts going on in your mind, you just feel like you can't shut your mind off. Like, that could happen with Meisner meditation and Meisner acting, studying, depending on, again, your past and how much insight you actually have to begin with of your past, positive, insight. And that's why it's always good to have a licensed professional to talk with, or a crisis line. I'm not trying to say this to tell anyone that they're, you have a problem, or everyone has problems, but everyone does have problems. I'm not saying you're mentally ill, but having someone as a therapist doesn't mean you're necessarily mentally ill. It just means that you're reaching out for someone who is neutral in your life, and same with the meditation, and you're trying to connect with other people and see what their feedback is, who's not involved in your immediate life. So you don't have to worry about them running and telling, your best friends, or people you don't want to know, or the whole world, So it's a great thing to have, and support-wise, to know if the studying of this practice and of anything like this, of gaining insight, it could be, peaks and valleys, just like anything else, like I mentioned before. And the valleys can be somewhat deep, especially when you're ascending to the next level of enlightenment and openness to the world, and the ability to love everyone, no matter what they've done. And I don't believe in enemies. I think that there are just people that you just don't get along with. It's just personality clashes, and enemies is such a strong word. I don't think it's necessary to use in life. I think your only true enemy is whatever you see as the devil, or yourself, from not loving yourself, not giving yourself permission to love yourself. Also, just not giving yourself time to just relax when you can. Take deep breaths when you can. I'm a yoga teacher. I teach meditation as well. And any time of the day, whether it's you're in a medical office and you're working, and you're doing paperwork, and you have some downtime while you're doing the paperwork, just breathe deeply. Kind of process just what's going on, and just in peace and quiet. Even if people are around, just kind of zone them out and just treat them as background noise if you can. Or if you're on set, just take some time to yourself. You can always read a book, or pretend you're reading a book to reflect or meditate, and you don't necessarily are not on set, but in holding, and pain in the mind creates pain in the body and creates illnesses, and that's basically, like, physics has proven that. So your central nervous system, which is the closest thing to your skin and how your skin feels, and vice versa, if your skin feels uncomfortable, you're going to be a little bit on edge. Your central nervous system is going to be off and a little activated, and not off as in on and off, but just, off as in not like how it usually is, how you're more calm and you're ready for the day. Like if your shirt is bunched up and you're bound to a wheelchair like in the back and you have to sit on a crinkled shirt all day, like that's uncomfortable, and I've had clients where I made sure that their shirts wouldn't do that because I didn't want them to be uncomfortable. And I do CNA work as well, and I love it. And I just got some business cards in the mail today for it, and I'm really excited. It just, I just gotta find where I was before. I like this excerpt too. But what do you imagine when you think of the pain in the mind? Perhaps you think of day-to-day stress or grief after the loss of a loved one. Through stress does relate pain in the mind, as strong as emotions like grief, mental suffering, including a much larger issue. We suffer in the mind whenever we rely on the world beyond ourselves to make us happy. That means possessions and, keepsakes may be something different, but, just separating yourself from your possessions and just saying, I can live with just what I need and that's it. Like, I don't have to have all these material things and play the keeping up with the Joneses type deal. You can find happiness beyond yourself. Within yourself. And, just within your body. Because when you do yoga in the morning and you calm your central nervous system down, or you work out, or whatever your routine may be, that gets you up in the morning and really gets you going and feeling good. Like, if you miss something or you do something, you're running late, it throws off your day. But if you have like the perfect start to a day, you usually have a good day. There's routines that you can set up, through yoga and meditation. I'm not trying to force this on you at all, but this is just one of the ways that you can achieve, happiness and the true meaning of joy, which everyone deserves to have, is the true meaning of joy. Because if everyone had that, then the world would be full of peace. Like, seriously. So I just want to say that I understand you all. Like, and I may not understand how much pain you're hiding or have been through, survived, feel victimized by, struggles you've had that were really significant. I don't necessarily know what you've been through, but I know that you have been through a lot of challenges in your life, and I know that you'll make it through the rest of them. If you just stick by me and stick by happiness and the joyful growth that I'm about to set upon for myself, and maybe I can inspire you a little bit. And I'm going to start posting quotes again, I think, and just really, excerpts that maybe I've started out the day with. Jared, I'll post them early in the morning so you can start them out with me. And then you can tell me how your day went, private message me, take me, whatever. Take me a private message. And, or just comment in public, whatever you feel comfortable with. I'm laughing at myself because it was kind of funny. But yeah, this is like really sort of an unedited video. And I feel good about it. I had my bumper in the beginning with the Chaunty Spillane Films thing, of course, It's my signature, but I just wanted to invite you on just my, like, stream of consciousness, a few excerpts, some of my perspective on life, ways and tips to better your life, that you may not have thought of before, and, just general inspiration, because that's the true me when I wake up. I wake up happy, I wake up calm. I want to give love to the world after I wake up and give love to myself. I always take that time for myself alone in the morning, that peace and quiet and coffee. I love my coffee statuses, you know that. So, yeah, I'm just going to continue on, and I'll keep you all updated. And don't be too freaked out by the Mildred videos, because they are just Jim Carrey inspired and a little bit of Ellen DeGeneres. Like, she's kind of thrown in there, like, a little bit of her personality, just with the silly stuff that she does, and it's definitely South Park inspired as well. So thank you, Matt Stone and Trey Parker, for creating South Park. And I'm a giant fan. And hire me to be Cartman. Right. But anyways, I have a messy room. Love it or hate it. And I will talk to you all later. I hope you have a great evening. I'm planning on posting this evening if it uploads in time. It's 8:38 p.m. right now on Saturday. So, I love you all, and you guys are the best, and I can't wait for you to tune in another time and let me know what you think, and maybe, make a return video for me, like, make a response video. It's always fun to go back and forth, only if it's a nice one, though. Like, don't do an evil one, please. And I have my new jewelry piece on today that I'm, like, so excited about. It's from the Egyptian and Hindu areas and influences and times, and it wards off bad spirits and bad energy, and it produces a sense of calm, supposedly. So we will see with wearing this for as long as I can, and my practices to see if this will actually do what it says. Alright. Great talking with you, or to you, I'd rather, and I will talk to you soon. Alright, take care. Bye-bye.